Yo, what's good folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe video, coming at you with some fun and interesting builds for our man Frost.
The Iceman cometh!
Equinox Prime just got released and I'm here doing a Frost video instead. Sounds about right. Well, some people have and are getting close to the Umbral Forma, and in my opinion, Frost is a damn good candidate for that Umbral Forma. You know, just for the Frost fans out there. But my Umbral Forma is already reserved for a very special lady. So today, I'm bringing you two separate endgame builds for two different types of ways to play Frost. Yeah, I got my hands on a second Frost and I wanted to play him differently than usual, with a build you don't see too often. I've been fooling around with an augment that I don't really use at all, till I thought, maybe I could use it in a way that could make this more useful in an endurance run setting. Since I don't really take Frost for endurance runs, but I feel he needs more love as an endurance runner frame. The only downside that he does not have scaling damage as other frames, and his survivability comes down to how you play, position, and the little tricks that you do here and there. So the first build is the camper build that utilizes his second ability augment rather than the globe augment itself. Taking a look at the build here, the aura will be speed holster. And now you might be thinking, why not cursor projection? Well, let me tell you. Since I'm not in a full group, this will help me switch between my armor stripping weapon and my main DPS weapon. The Exilus will be an enemy radar mod, good for enemy pathing and just to see where all the bad guys are coming from. Streamline and flow for our energy pool and efficiency. Stretch to increase the range and the angle of our ice wave. And with this setup, I'm using the ice wave impedance augment. This leaves an ice trail that slows down enemies who walk on it, and it scales off the duration and range, hence primed continuity and stretch. Augur secrets and the Umbral mods to give some HP and power, and the power helps our globe's health. Since I did not own a Zenistar, I deal with nullifier bubbles in a different way by using Magus Lockdown and Operator Arcane. This Arcane alongside Magus Repair are two of the best combos right now in PvE, in my opinion that is. What also helps out is my Death Cube. In this situation, a Death Cube will be protected by my globe so it will never die to random enemy fire. And it helps me with energy and also a good source of radiation. Radiation is a great CC tool to confuse enemies and counteract ancient healer auras. For its weapon, I prefer using the Sweeper Prime since it has a good spread and fire rate to help tag multiple targets for energy generator and synth mods. For armor stripping, I use my custom armor stripping kit gun, the Hefty Baby Maker, a Tomb Finger kit gun, giving 100% status chance with 3 dual stat mods. And why am I using this rather than a Pox or Zakti? Well, you can get innate radiation alongside armor stripping. And I can also install the Pax Charge Kit Gun Arcane, making this weapon literally have infinite ammo. So you can spam all you want. But of course, another amazing armor stripping weapon is the Zakti that can also annihilate nullifier bubbles and works really well with a melee Frost. As you can see, my Zakti has 5 status types, and this works damn well with Condition Overload. And the Zakti also provides a good source of CC, as it staggers the enemies whenever the projectiles detonate. Now let's move on to my favorite Frost build, the Immortal Melee Beast build. Yes, I did release a variant of this build a while back, it was good, but now since I have 2 separate Frosts, I can freely use this build in its optimal form. And since now the Melee 3.0 mechanics are kinda out, switching between your weapons and melee never felt so fluid and fun. This build uses the augment Icy Avalanche to give me additional defenses, and Avalanche gives a good source of CC and armor stripping. With the amount of power I have, it gives me 88.4% armor reduction. Unfortunately, multiple casts of Avalanche does not stack the armor strip. Taking a look at the build, the aura is steel charge just so I can fit all 3 Umbral mods to boost Frost's defensive and offensive attributes. Max Transient Fortitude and Fleeting Expertise provides power and efficiency, but also reduces my duration, which is exactly what's needed for this build. Negative duration is the key component. We do not need enemies frozen for an eternity. They may take additional damage, but they will be immune to any new status types that will be inflicted, stretched to reach as many enemies around me with my avalanche. And finally, the augment Icy Avalanche grants me a layer of icy coating, more like icy armor, that absorbs 60 damage per enemy hit, and the ice health scales from the amount of enemies hit with avalanche and my power strength. This ice armor protects us from status effects and knockdowns, and it also buffs allies with the same effect, but we're playing solo, so forget those guys. Since this is a melee build, I love to use my conference call, a custom Dokram Za. I built this for viral and fire, giving it 100% status chance. Paired with condition overload, it's basically a murder machine. It's a murder stick. Also using healing return to replenish my HP, which works wonders with this weapon. For more insane damage numbers, I hooked the Za up with the Exodia Hunt Arcane. So every time we inflict a status on an enemy, we deal 200% of the weapon's damage to targets within range. And that is going to be constant, since we'll be proccing statuses left and right. And for those who do not have a ribbon for the Dokram, you can simply use this build, but it does lack the 100% status chance. And finally, our armor stripping Darza Kavat, just for the crits really, but to be honest, you can use whatever companion you want. But the reason I prefer Kavats is that they bring a lot more to the table, especially with sharpened claws. The Kavat can strip enemy armor even though they are frozen, and with the increased damage they take while frozen, those enemies will just explode. The melee build is more versatile and mobile, while the camper build is perfect for people who like to be in control of their surroundings and opponents. So guys, here are my new Frots, but unfortunately he won't be receiving the Umbra juice. And this has been it from me. So I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more, links will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.